This video can't be trimmed because it's too long. And, of course, the inevitable, this question's been locked and replying has been disabled. No solution given. Or, thank you for telling us about this. Thank you from your YouTube team. This question's been locked and replying is disabled. Shut up. This behavior's by design. So why does it happen? You have a YouTube channel and it doesn't have all the authentication or whatever that it wants. It's not certified gold-plated. You can't upload longer than 15-minute videos. But YouTube has allowed people, whether they verified their account or not, to upload at random sometimes and other times constantly 10-hour-long video limits. How? Well, I uploaded a video that's 15 minutes and 1 second long. Normally I would use the trim utility to break it down below 15 minutes to make it to where anybody can download it if they want to, because that means they can then reuse the videos. But I can only do the trimming on one channel because it has all the bells and whistles. It allows me to upload any length video I want to. I verified it with a phone at one time. Well, why don't you just use a phone? Because I don't have a phone. I don't use a phone to verify things. The idea is to tag it down that way, which is unnecessary. It should be done based on merit. I have a certain number of subscribers, or a certain number of videos, or I'm going to jump through all the other hoops. But no, they want the phone number, so they can send me spam and sell the phone number and all the other information they eventually collect. Eventually, they hit you up for your birth certificate, I suppose. In fact, that actually happened at one time, because they wanted to verify people, real people policy, real name policy, which resulted in people making thousands of duplicate YouTube channels. I exploited it by having my channel, well, I have each of them named with a number at the end of it, like WAPTech 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Literally in one case. But why? Why is it that the one feature you need for a video that's too long is that you can't make it not too long anymore? That doesn't make sense. Because it's supposed to not make sense. I'm not being cynical. This is a behavior pattern corporations do when you work at them. They make up rules at random to see who will be a dedicated employee. You have to earn your stripes here. Now, I'm over 50 and I've gone through this before, and more importantly, I've worked as an admin at companies and found our HR policies, the ones we don't tell people about. That's my favorite title for a fucking document. Like I'm not going to read it, print it out, and put it on everybody's desks. Hours before the admin team shows up to find it, with everyone saying, "Hi, we all got this? You're deliberately messing with us to see if we'll tolerate it during the easy times to aggravate us, see what our limit is, intentionally causing a hostile work environment by definition." And then they check the printer logs and notice the printer log just contains oopsie or some other snide remark from me. Guess you guys should have paid me on time instead of having that policy of fucking with people to see if they'll quit. Really, seriously, Nextel, you fucking morons. Telling your HR department and your accounting department to do things that aren't borderline illegal but literally illegal at that location, and getting it audited to death. Didn't help that I forwarded everybody's email that you thought was it's internal memos, they're emails. But you ran it through the universal email server on a news. You put it on a news server, a news. Sign up for a newsletter. Okay, so everybody got signed up for the newsletter and got backup copies at the FTC and every other agency I could come up with. And after my 2-week vacation, that was actually paid, was over with, I came back and, man, the disheveled look on everyone's face who was earning so much money before and now had to be sacrificed for the greater good of next hell. Every time BCG goes down, God kills the kitten. Yeah, that's me. That was me. BCGI. Every time it goes down, God kills the kitten. That's the title of the video, right? I should make it the title. There are people who type that in every once in a while trying to figure out who the fuck did that because it's been expunged. I'm part of the list of what not to do at work. Waptic, did you know that corporate actually reads this? At the time, no. I just figured they were ignoring us. Because we told them serious, real issues about why are you allowing the FBI to monitor every drug dealer that has a fucking Boost phone? Or a track phone? Oddly enough, naming it track phone. Boost mobile. Boost looped. You're a dot on a map. What the fuck could go wrong, right? Hey, let's market ourselves to the hip-hop crowd. Wink, wink, drug dealers in New York and LA. Hey, let's put Wabtec in the department where his bullshit detector goes off every 5 minutes and stresses him out. Got in a crying fit because someone convincingly lied to me. I hate being lied to. I didn't memorize the person's number, but their voice came back. Hi, blah, 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 blah. My baby's dying. This is your 18th call in the last 2 months. Is the baby dead yet? You're not getting free minutes. Your phone and your account and every associated account, because you let me sit here for 5 minutes and cross-reference and, traverse the network and cross-reference every fucking phone and every fucking account you use to try to steal minutes from people who actually need it. Retirees and people who had Katrina phones that were running through our network that just auto-reboosted. So when I see bullshit like, we're sorry, this question's been locked, a week after it wasn't answered because it's an uncomfortable trutherism, that Google is shutting down features when they're needed and leaving shit enabled you don't want and pestering you to use them. Or would you like to put an end card in? No. I would like you to put the editor back the way it was in the bad old days when it fucking worked. If you're going to have a 15-minute limit, enforce it. Or require that we edit it. Instead of putting us in an unnecessary and counterintuitive conundrum to see if you can just annoy the shit out of us to where we stop using your products. Oh, well, your browser isn't updated enough. It doesn't matter how updated the browser is. I've tested that too. You don't like that I don't look at ads or don't enable them or whatever the real reason is. We'll never know. But they'll make you sound conspiracy theory based whenever you point out that it is intentional anytime a multi-billion-dollar company can't do a basic tech support thing. Like when you had a phone and it kept doing weird stuff. And remember, don't open that other tab in the app to check the phone status. To walk away. I noticed that the security camera doesn't point at me, and I noticed that if I do the standard break-in, I can turn off their monitor routine so it can't record my keystrokes or mouse movements. Bam. Bing. Okay, now I can go into that tab on my break. Oh, that's what it's for. To enable features that are grayed out. So I switched to visually impaired desktop, and it made all the grayed out stuff not just gray and gray. Suddenly everything is in high contrast, and I can read it. Now look it up. Features within network capabilities to enable or disable pinging and trackability. So I'm the reason that tab doesn't work. If you open that app, which I'm not mentioning the name of it, it isn't BCGI, it's another one. You look at it and you say, why are these grayed out? Why does the tab set off an alarm if I click it? Yeah, I'm the reason for that. I'm also the reason you can't disable the tracker utility watching you now while you're at that desk using suspiciously ancient hardware that for some reason is able to run just fast enough to do the job, but just slow enough to save power and not overheat, that you can have a quiet work environment. We have team building exercises. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. That edgy supervisor you have. He's doing that because it's gallows humor, because he knows what's going on, because he was in your position. And he knows that it's a fucked up system. False churn, when people get rid of a phone because they can't make it do what they want it to. So they call you up and you reset all the flags and tell them to reset the phone, blanking all their data. because you're not allowed to tell them on tab 3. It shows that somebody tunneled into their phone and is trying to track them down. And you're not supposed to mention, hey, if you have a restraining order against anybody, you can legally demand that the company that physically controls your phone, you don't, the company does, has to give up that information so that you're not a victim anymore. You should know that, right? You have to suggest it some other way. Every corporation has to comply with an order from the court, including large ones, you know that. Yeah, especially if you're worried about something. Or you get that one phone call. Hi, I need help. Do you want me to bring up a map of where you're located? Yes. You're giving me permission to track you. At that phone, yes. You're the person holding the phone. I'm not claiming you're the owner. Don't say you're the owner. So it looks like I'm tracking a thief. That's fine. Are you sure you want me to track you? Yeah. Okay. Do you know where you are? No. Okay. Here's your location. Would you like me to forward you warm transfer? Yes. Okay. I'll do extension 911. Or another person who's like, I don't know where I am and I'm lost and my car is dead and I need food and water and I don't know where I am. Do I have permission to look at the map? Yes. And all these dots are sitting around. But you're in the middle of an area with almost no dots. Oddly enough, it's right next to a store selling the equipment. You can go up and over a hill and yeah. If you get a job somewhere and they tell you to let bad things happen, don't. Fix everything you can. I'd rather be fired and blackballed. I'm sure the statute of limitations is over with. The deal they made was pretty nice. Mostly. I can't put two pieces together and whistle into every phone and make it work. But I know what to tell the noob on the other end of the line to do to turn off the shit that's tracking my phone most of the time, if I had one. And then I couldn't because I'm the reason those rules got put in place. So I don't own a phone. Should jailbreak your phone right now, huh? So let's go talking about just this question is locked. Reply has been disabled. You're not allowed to talk about this. Not on our website. And the video cannot be trimmed because it's too long. Newspeak for, I'm going to tell you something that will, if you're just smart enough, make you realize I'm trying to fuck with you. So yeah, just me ranting a little here. And if anybody's curious, you'll see a suggestion. How to fix this? Go into the blur tool or some other tool and look for the trim option being enabled. Or set up another video that isn't too long. Find out what the trim function looks like in the command line for the screen. Cut and paste it with the URL and see if that works. I don't know. I'll give an example below if I ever find the answer. You could bookmark this video or leave it in a playlist or ignore it. This behavior is by design. It is not an accident. It's not a bug. It's not a feature. It's a system of control. And the main thing it controls is whether or not your blood pressure will kill you someday from how aggravating the world is unnecessarily made for you and everybody else. We're all lab rats. Some of us get the beans, some of us use the heat sink and fire, some of us use the cage for the hard drives. Some of us just wish we had a portal out of this. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. This won't be too long to edit.